Maybe eating an orange if somebody comes on. I'm sorry. Hi, there we go. All right, I can see the chat. So, hi, how are you, David? Hello, everyone. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this more. I kind of just gave a spiel just now, but I'm gonna be doing this more because I just tried to really post something on Twitter and then Instagram and then Facebook, and it was just so hard to do. Like I was really struggling because there's just so many like platforms and different things. It's like, where's my profile? It's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna come here more often. It just seems like YouTube is a place that kind of appreciates the art a little more. You have to you're on YouTube to see the video. Like all these other platforms, you're using the platform to get people to go to YouTube. So it just seems ridiculous to keep like stressing over Instagram and shit when the people who like I really think care about the art most are the YouTube people to some extent. But yeah, and like I can like promote just the music on the other places because like the Spotify crowd is a little bit better and on Instagram. Yada yada yada. Fuck all that. But I'm just saying that because I'm here to just you know talk to the fans a little bit more. Because I get a lot of really good questions in my DMs, but I just don't answer them because I forget. I just forget. YouTube is pretty good. Plus, you can catalog the stream afterwards. Yeah, like I have to be a little bit better of about um about YouTube. People are making a lot of like fans, like lifelong fans off of YouTube. And once again, I'll get the lighting better in this. Love my new album. Thank you, everyone. If everyone has not heard that album, the new album Rothko's Chicken and Waffles is out when it came out June 18th. And yeah, it's been getting a lot of good it's been getting a lot of love from the fans. The last album I did, the Peacock Honey, I didn't like it. I did not like the album. Not because I gotta go back to it. Um, yeah, that is sad. Like, you didn't know I dropped the album because like that's man. I'll get into everything, but let's start with that because like I am in a place right now where it's like I need a team of people to do shit, right? Like to help me do things, like promote the album, right? But also like I've been in like these relationships, business relationships where people have just like they're just shady people. So I've been trying to do more things on my own. Where did you post it? It's on Spotify and everything. Um, I posted it on Instagram, Facebook. That's the other thing. Like the Instagram algorithm, I have 175,000 followers on Instagram. There's never been 175,000 people that have seen one of my posts. So it's like it's peanuts. It's peanuts. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, that's something that a thing that I got after a compliment I got after doing that show Rhythm and Flow was people were like, hey, like you're representing for like the outcast, like the people who are like just weird. And I never thought of like that connection point. But yeah, Old Man Saxon's this weird ass character who just like doesn't give a fuck about like whatever y'all are saying I should do. Because this is a funny thing that happened to me recently. I was thinking about after we comment and tell stories. I'm sorry, I'll get better at this. Yeah, I didn't like Peacock Honey. And when I look back at Peacock Honey, like I like all the songs, but I remember when I was releasing it, it felt like for the Peacock Honey, it was a album that wasn't for me. People just kept asking after the show, "Hey, hey, what's your new music?" But they didn't give a fuck. Like they, to be perfectly honest, you knew me from the show. Most of these people are new fans. They're like, "Hey, well, what's your new shit?" And it's like, well, I wasn't ready. I should have just waited and made something that I just really like. So Peacock Honey, even though I look back and it's like a fine album, it feels like I was making something for the fans, quote unquote fans, instead of like me. Um, thanks, Tajan. D Smoke is great guy. I still text him randomly. He answers every time. He's a great dude. Um, active followers and followers that just follow randomly. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's not real the love you get on Instagram and things like this. It's or not the love. The love is good. So the people who are actually commenting and sending you messages like that's like great. But the illusion of having 175,000 followers, which is also is a weird term, and the reality of only 1,000 of those people actually seeing what you post. So, it was fan service. It was fan service. Yeah. I mean, marketing's your own problem. If I would have known you dropped an album, I would fully listen. Maybe, yeah, and that's the thing too. So what I actually did like see that's hard because like TE the amount. So like I did like sort of like a kind of a marketing thing with SoundCloud. SoundCloud has like a new distribution thing. So we're basically act as a label, right? And they but they just take a higher percentage of your streams. But they like do shit behind the stream. They got me playlisted on a couple of songs. Yada yada yada. Cool. They're great. I actually love them. I would recommend them to anyone. SoundCloud repost, great. But then it's up against the entirety of all music ever just created. So a lot of people like won't know like a very big artist has dropped an album like her or something or Snow Allegra or something because there's just so much that's happening in music. So like yeah, like as much as it can help to like just keep putting money into marketing, at some point you kind of just realize you're up against all music that's ever been made, and sometimes some people just will, you know, they'll slip up, and then it's up to me. That's the other part of it. It's up to me to just push that shit a little bit harder. But doing it on these other platforms is just annoying. I wish fast food were free. Also, I do. I know that. Yeah, it's true. Um, so I forget why I was telling this story, but oh, doing things for me. I remember there was this. I have a good friend who I've known for 20 something years. We met in high school. He was a rapper. We used to just rap back and forth to each other, and um, it was a freshman in high school, and I was trying to do like all these punchlines and like punchlines about just like guns and stuff. Like that's what you did back then. You just write raps about guns and like it was pretty much just battle rapping, but you're just rapping it as a verse. And I remember I was rapping to my friend one day, and I was like, I listened to this new bar I came up with, and the bar was, fuck rap. I'm looking for a job that really pays. I'll rob you. Put the 2-4 to your back like Willie Mays. And that is like just a random bar about putting a gun in someone's back. My friend, he said, looked at me and he said, "There's no 2-4 gun. There's no 24 caliber gun." And I thought right then, I was like, "Oh, this isn't like what the fuck am I talking about? Like I don't. This isn't my life. Like why am I doing this shit?" And like that was like the beginning of like I still rap stupid shit after that, but that thinking back, that was like the beginning of realizing like I should just write raps for myself because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about in these other arenas, trying to impress other people. Um, I told Trollman before that him and D Smoke should have done a track. Yeah, we fired, you know, different. Yeah, well, I'm wondering about like the collaborations of people on the show. I feel like there could have been more collaborations that could have been really good. My thought after the show was just like, man, there's probably like a duo or trio of people on the show that if they get together can make some like really good shit, and it would probably be like a trio you wouldn't even think of. but not a lot of people collaborated. I don't know why. I'm just not a big collaborator just in general, but like nobody did. I mean, Troy Man and Flawless did. That's the only one I really know of. Um, that's funny. What is that? Um, uh, someone local in Denver that I would want to collab with. There's actually a couple people. Like the big ones, there's a dude, I don't know if not everyone's from Denver here, but there's a dude, AP, they call him AP, ridiculously good rapper. Trev Rich, of course. Um, and there's like some other dudes who like I've just heard. One dude's name is Papa Ruiz. He's got like really good flow, and then 100 Pack Savvy. There's some good rappers out here. There really is. Um, yeah, any questions y'all want to throw out, I'm willing to answer. I got about maybe 15 more minutes here. The main thing here is listen to the new album, Rocco's Chicken and Waffles. I'm not in Cali anymore. I'm in Denver. I had two kids and kind of just chose not to raise kids in California. We also it was a whole thing. We got kicked out of our house, like right. It was a whole thing, but we could have went anywhere, but I chose to come back to Denver because Denver's the shit. What artists would be on your bucket list to work with? Oh man, that is such a good question. Let me shut up. Alive, like Donald Glover. Um, there's a band called Poolside that I really want to work with. Mark Ribier, I want to do something with him. But then I want to work with Mac Dre. I'd have loved to work with Mac Dre. Also, Too Short, who's alive, and E40 for sure. My favorite fast food, unfortunately, it's Chick-fil-A. I'm always like hesitant to say it because they do have some questionable practices, but their sandwiches are delicious. There's no way to like dispute that. And it's like right down the street, Chick-fil-A, but I don't endorse them. You fuck with Afro. I love Afro. He's great. He's great. Such a good rapper. He's one of those rappers. I think the best compliment I could give a rapper, I gave a rapper this that lives here named Trev Rich, is he and Afro make rap seem so hard and easy at the same time. Like there's like when I hear certain rappers, because I've been rapping for so long and writing raps and making songs, I can like hear the process in certain rappers where it's like, oh, I see what you did there. Like, oh, that last bar you couldn't think of anything, so you said this. I get it. Like, I get it. Um, Afro is one of those rappers where it's like you listen to him and you're like, oh my gosh, he's just flowing so easily and everything works. Like this sounds so easy. And then you listen to him, like what he's actually saying, and you're like, how did he come up with it? Like that would have must have been hard to come up with. So yeah, I really fuck with Afro. I love Denver, been there twice so far. Denver's great. Denver's a great place to raise kids. I don't think I'll be here forever, but 3 and a 4-year-old, so it works. I would say after it hasn't happened, whoop, and I left a dissection that I can't read in the comment section and inspired me to make some music myself. What was the main message of that song you wanted to drive home? So for the song, hasn't happened. If you haven't heard it, please go listen. Old Man Saxon, Hasn't Happened. Really good video. Made with a good buddy of mine, two good buddies, Anthony Hayes and Jason Adler. Now, Hasn't Happened was a song about my quote unquote success after The Perils. The Perils is a music video I had when I was homeless. A song I wrote when I was homeless, music video when I had a house. But the success of The Perils became a thing where people are, you blew up. Like, you did it. That's it, dude. You got 5 million views. You blew up. You did it. And I can see how that would mess with someone's psyche, right? It's okay to be to accept your little wins, right? It's okay, it's something that you should do. You should be able to accept the little wins you have in life so that you can kind of reorient yourself and be like, okay, I'm doing way better than I was. But there was something about the success after the perils on the like brink of having a child on the brink, sounds like an action movie on the brink of having a child, and like knowing like this isn't going to be enough to sustain life. Um, for me, hasn't happened was I see this what y'all doing, but I'm gonna keep on moving like it hasn't happened. And I think it's a mixture of those two worlds of like appreciating where you've been and where you're at, and also being able to not let that success bog you down. Because one of the bigger regrets I have is how much I was on social media after Rhythm and Flow. Like I could have been doing so much more shit, but I was just stuck to this new freedom, this new success, and so yeah. If I could have even listened to my own words during that time period, I feel like I would have been better off. Also, all right, cool. Never had Chick-fil-A. Well, it's good, but I don't endorse them. UNE40 would be great. It would be great. It really would. I have a Juggalo Focus channel and have reached out to you on IG only once in the past. Are you making time for interviews now in the future? I'll do some interviews. Reach out again. Maybe leave a comment somewhere or just do on Instagram again. No, fuck Instagram. We'll figure it out. I know you not someone. I see you. I'll make some time. Are you going to make another track soon? See, that's the thing, right? Like, I have to. It's the world we live in, right? Like, that's a very valid question. Like, okay, I want to hear another one, but if unless you don't know there's a new album out, but that is kind of the world we live in, right? So you did that. All right, well, what is the next? Where is it? And yeah, but I have music. I have music in the track. I have music ready to release, but I just released the album less than a month ago. But I do have music videos coming for you, Lisa. Two artists, inspirations, genres growing up. Two artists, inspiration, genres now. Okay, two artists, inspiration, genres growing up. One is Mac Dre for sure, and two is Rudy Ray Moore. Rudy Ray Moore is like this dirty comedian dude who was like, he's like one of those things where my mom listened to it and she was like, you can't listen to this. So that was already just like super intriguing. But he was just a super flashy dude, super raunchy comedian. I just liked him. And two artist inspirations genres now. Too hard to answer. I don't know if I can answer. I don't listen to music, so it's hard to answer. I don't listen to music. Um, let's see, I couldn't agree more. I think I forgot what I was talking about, but yes, that's what I said the first time I listened to you. Your songs feel real. You're not trying to talk about thug life instead of being you, being in your. So yeah, yeah, it's I listen back to some of my old music now, and it's very bad, right? It's very bad, but in a way, like I can tell, like where my mind was at. Like I didn't know what I was blinded by what rap was supposed to be, and that's just so ridiculous. Like people can make rap, like rappers are some of the least cool people I know, like to be perfectly honest, like a rap is a genre of people trying to be cool. There's no way that you're telling me, like I know it's like there's a culture to it, but there's no way you're telling me that everyone like sounds the same and makes this and dresses the same and that you're yourself. I don't believe that shit. Like you can't you're dressing like another person. And it's hard for me to believe. So I can tell that there was a sense of that in my early raps. But now, yeah, I'm a little bit more. And I was just thinking, like the range of music that I've made, even just in my albums. When I made "Stop Shooting" and what's the other one? I've had it like super, just like rock songs. The one's Death Grip, one's just like a super rock song. And like I think about that, like I didn't give a fuck. Like it wasn't like a thing where I was like, I wonder if I was just like, oh, I like this. I'm gonna make this song. I found the pearls and I've been falling since. Thank you, not someone. What's your opinion about Jedi Mind Tricks, Necro Slaying, and I love Eye of the Rugged Man. I never really listened to Necro. Yeah, it was just too much. And Slade, I don't even know who that is. Jedi Mind Tricks was the very first concert I ever went to, and I didn't know who they were. I was in CU Boulder, I was in college. I was like, all right, let's go to this first concert ever that I was gonna go to. I was like, Jedi Mind Tricks, cool. I've heard of that name. And it was, to this day, it was the worst show I've ever been to. Because for hip hop, and it kind of changed how I perform music too. Because with hip hop, if you are going to see a hip hop artist that you don't know the lyrics to, you're fucked, right? Like you're just like, oh, unless the songs are good, unless you can hear the rapper right now, right then, it just you're fucked. And it was a terrible show. They cuffed the mic, put your hands up, and I was oh wow. And so that show, I once again no opinion really on Jedi Mind Tricks, but that show showed me how to not perform if people don't know who you are. So it helped me be a really good opener for a lot of acts. I definitely thought of the cinematography and the horror vibes reminding me of Jordan Peele's Us. And I definitely see that point of view. Thank you for answering. Hey, you're welcome. Um, Roscoe was fire, but also really enjoyed Peacock. But what made you feel different about Roscoe's and liking this one? Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles was kind of like, so without even saying, it was my like COVID album, right? It was recorded all in this corner that we're in right now. It was all recorded right here. And it was kind of like my dream of making an album, right? Not having to be around people, not having to like go to a studio session, not have to meet new producers and rappers and have to do all this. It was just me by myself. And it was interesting to find what would do just me by myself. And it's a lot of different shit. It's a lot of different things. So Roscoe's like the Perils for me is a time capsule. Like the Perils is like I was homeless. I wrote this album while I was homeless. That shit's beautiful. Like I love that album. It will never change. Like it's just a good album for what I was going through at the time. And Roscoe's is very similar to that. I feel like, um, yeah. I did a podcast. You did a podcast, yeah, from Tales from the Lotus podcast. Yeah, I remember that. Oh no, oh you passed away. That's sad. That's really sad. Rest in peace, sir. What's up, extra kid? What is up? The tour. I got a tour. It's right now. It's only a couple cities, but we are planning a like semi like west tour again, where I'm going through like Idaho and like Wyoming and shit like that, and then Portland. I would love to, and Seattle. Yeah, those are the big ones too. Um, So yeah, I'm gonna be out. I'm trying to get to the East Coast at some point too. Would it be okay if I make a music video about you? Yep, you can do it. Anyone, listen. Here's what I have to say. Anyone has any, you can do whatever you want to my music. You can sample it. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't. And the producers that I work with, generally, you won't care. So just do it. You won't get sued. Dolomite, baby. That's right. Rudy's last acting role before death was in St. Count Posse movie. Wow, Big Money Hustle. That's amazing. That is an amazing fact. I listen to I listen to my music a lot. Do you listen to your music often? Oh yeah. I only kind of listen to my music. Um, and the reason that is because when I made the Perils, I wasn't listening to anything except my beats and my own music. And I don't have any place in my life for rap anymore as it is. Like even the good albums that are good rap, like or that are generally praised, like the Tyler the Creator album or the J. Cole album. Like I don't have a place for it in my life really anymore. I have two little girls and like I don't want to hear it at this point in my life. And I'm sure I'll go back. But hey Dapper Villains. Dapper Villains said I should use a thing called StreamYard and I was just talking about it, but I can't learn any more platforms. I'm sorry, but yeah, I do listen to my music a lot. It's it sounds like narcissistic, but it for me, I made my best music when I wasn't listening to any other music because it's easy to get influenced in the wrong way sometimes. Stop Shooting Such a Banger. Thank you for that. It's a video I watched the least, but it's a song that I'm super surprised about. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I love that song. You're awesome. I love your songs. Thank you. I still got I've had it in rotation, doesn't match my shuffle, but still listening to it. Thank you. Is the Bangkok date for the tour too much to ask? That's hilarious. That's so funny. I want to come out there at some point, but yeah, I don't know how many people would come to the Bangkok Old Man Saxon show. I heard you were moving away from rap in your other stream. What's your new end goal? Great. How's your mouth so far? That's hilarious. So my new end goal, um, with is to be able to just make music, right? So I did a song recently. Co-wrote a song with this artist, Charm Ladonna, and it made it at the end of. There's a new HBO documentary about the women's soccer team, and like equal pay in the women's soccer team, right? And we got the credit song, and we had to write a song about that. And there's something really cool about like the anonymity of writing for other people. Like it's always cool when you hear like an artist like wrote some shit for like you're like, oh, you didn't know Pharrell was on like Rump Shaker? And you're like, wait, what? Like he wrote that? Like it's always really cool. It's always been cool to me. So that's one of the things is to start getting more into writing for other people and just making music that is not rap because I have been rapping for so long. Like Try Again, the last song, pretty much the whole Rocco album is about how I don't want to rap anymore. If you really listen to it, it's all about just how I don't want to rap anymore. But Try Again, especially the last song on the album, is after the outro because for me that's the new album. That's the new stuff that I want to make. And Try Again is just about like, hey, I just keep moving on. Like I just keep rapping, like because y'all like it, but I keep doing it till it's done. Sometimes I wonder how I keep going under because when I reach from within, nothing in me, not a cent. So yeah, listen to Try Again. It's a great song. It's about how I don't want to rap. Um, I make videos, but I'm Houston based. If I would happen to pass by, you try to connect and record something with you. You know what? I'll say yeah. I probably won't just because I don't leave my house. But if it, and I all my time goes to my family, and this is the only time I have out. But let's connect. We'll try. Do a show in Detroit. I was supposed to have a show in Detroit last year before the pandemic. Um, so I'll try to get another one going because it's supposed to be me and Sam Be Yourself at a show. Love you guys from Thailand. Hey, like love me and you're from Thailand. Or are you saying you love that one guy from Thailand? That makes sense. I don't know what I said, but thank you. You're focusing on your craft, so not listening to other music makes sense. Yeah, not listening to other music is hard. Or listening to other music is hard. It is for me, especially rap, because I start to see myself get into those little crutches in rap, right? Like just saying shit just to say some shit, right? Um, and I hate to sound like that, like oh I'm above rap. It's not even like an above thing. It's just like I feel different. I don't feel connected with rap how it is. Even the great rap, I just don't feel connected to it anymore. And sometimes even my rap. So and that's a scary place to be in. Yo, I can school you on StreamYard and Tree Nothing LLC. Another StreamYarder, see? Okay. Well, StreamYard seems like the one I've heard from multiple people. StreamYard and shit. Um, let's see. I remember finding you about 3 years ago. Was in my university room. Oh, that's tight. Tight. Tight, Deadpool. Thanks. Thanks for doing this live and staying real like your music. Thank you. Never really listened to it. I have to read these out loud or else I won't. I'll read it and then I'll get into talking, but it's hard. Listening to music much growing up. Either and had a lot just catching up to do and started around 2016. You mean, oh, thanks. When I had someone like recently say that they would. they went. I was their very first concert, and that's just crazy to think about. Like that's a full circle thing for me. For my first concert being terrible. This is a new HBO documentary about Woodstock '99. I do want to see that. You're pivotal in slapping my mood, shaping. I said slapping. Did you have a hard time finding your voice down when it comes to rapping? Yeah, absolutely. It's the hardest thing ever finding because you don't. There, looking back in my life now and trying to like figure out like the time when I just got away from rap, it was probably like listening to it actually. It was probably like 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago when I was finally just like, I don't like this as much as I used to like it. Having that not having that conversation with yourself, right? And being like, oh, I don't really like this how I used to like it. What else can I do? Like I was thinking about it recently. I think you should follow your jealousies. I hate Wendy's. I think you should follow your jealousies instead of being like angry about them. Like you should be jealous about certain things. Like it's just your nature and in a lot of ways, right? Like there was one time I was jealous of D Smoke the whole time. It wasn't the Grammy, it wasn't anything. He did a song with E40. That's on my bucket list, right? So that jealousy isn't like, oh fuck D Smoke. It's a very natural feeling I think you should have when maybe you are not in the place that you should be. And you shouldn't use your jealousy to hate other people. You should use your jealousy to figure out what's why you are not in that same place, right? So for my example, there is I need a better team, yada yada yada. Maybe I need a better label. Cool, cool, cool. But I say that part of the story to bring it back. When I stopped listening to rap, or when I was first jealous of a song, was Blur. That one song, woo, because I was young. I was a young ass kid, and I was jealous of it. But I was a rapper. I was a rap kid, right? And I was jealous of it because I felt like I could have made that song, but it's so good. Like it's such a good song. But I could have said, "Woo, cool." Like, what the fuck? But instead of following that jealousy, I ended up being mad about it and still love the song. And instead of confronting that feeling, I just kept rapping, right? So who knows where I would have been if I was honest about um, my actual music taste, right? Or my actual like voice. All right. Where was I here? Um, from when you were living in Detroit, can I borrow a couple dollars to get a cheeseburger? Sure. Yo, love your music. Thank you, Pure Groove. Hey, if you end up in Texas, let me know. We can get some crazy shit. Yes, it is super overdue. X the Kid. X the Kid is in this chat. He's a very, very good rapper. And I'm trying to get to Texas. And I had two dates last year. Closest I'm doing right now is Oklahoma City, but I'll get to Texas. Your music transcends rap. Thank you. Make what's in your brain. It's great. I think it's true. T Pain just said something as simple like, if you like it, you should do it. And it's just a very simple thing. And yeah, do you like Wendy's? Nah. Oh no. What's up, Wendy's? Love your flow, such a fan. Thank you. Has quarantine helped or hindered your creative juices? I don't know. I don't know. Um, because for me, quarantine didn't change as much in my life. I guess the thing that quarantine did that would have hindered my creative juices is just being around children constantly. But even then, I usually work at night after their sleep. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard question. Um, Ayo, my man, thank you. Um, Shishawa Shade taking the whole day. How do you feel about your current life compared to when you wrote this? Yeah, thank you. One of my favorite stories in rap. Thank you, friend. So, oh wait, before I do that, movie or book suggestion? I don't read books. It sounds like an ignorant thing. I don't read books. I'll get to your answer, your question to Deadpool. But a movie I just saw is called Good Night, Mommy. It's on. I watched it on Hulu. It's like a Austrian film. It's about these twins and their mom like having reconstructive surgery, and they think it's not their mom. It's a whole thing, but it's really good, and it's just a good movie. All right. So shit shower straight taking the whole day. How do I feel about my current life position to when I am where I'm at now? I had someone recently just put on one of my posts like, oh man, like you're in a house. That's crazy. Like when you think about it, and I'm like, holy shit, yeah. Like I was literally sleeping in my car and like living like thinking about it now because I have a 4 year old, a 3 year old. My 4 year old like cognitive like has enough cognitive sense to be like, oh, there's people sleeping on the streets. Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, like your dad, I was homeless. She's like what? Like what's happening right now? And she still doesn't like completely grasp it. But yeah, like I have 2 children, a wife, a house. I have my own studio. Like, yeah, it's great. It's great. Like that's what I mean about like appreciating the little wins. Like, of course, like I would like eventually to get a bigger house because I have two like we're just too big for this house. But like I think if you measured success as a person who was homeless like at the 5 years ago, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I got about 4 more minutes of this. Left from the UK. Thanks. Glad to see you. Long time. Oh, thank you. It's in the DMIG. All right, that's then I'll check it. Great movie. Yeah, what's that movie again? Good Night, Mommy. It's a really good movie. I don't want to just say anything about it. I just want y'all to watch it. I love to do movie reviews. I'll be on here more. I promise. Most of the fools ain't loyal cats. They smoking to the floor is black. Sorry. I like that I put the sorry in there too. Like most of these fools ain't loyal cats. They smoking to the floor is black. Sorry. Tree started confessing. That's really what it was. Like I was like high. I was high in my car, and I remember seeing it was at Echo Park, but someone was smoking like actual like crack, like the pipe. And I'm just like for a second, I was like trying to justify like at least I'm not like that. And then an immediate sorry, like sorry y'all, I'm lying. I apologize. Um, Came a long way, bro. Thank you, thank you. That is pretty crazy. Tupac or Biggie? Uh, Biggie. I love Tupac though. He's great. It's hard to balance family life and your craft. It's crazy. It's really really crazy. It's almost it. It's not possible to like at this stage in my life because it's not like crazy. Like when I have my kids are older, when like I'm in a place. Thief in Baghdad. Hello. That's the Thief in Baghdad is the person that did the Perils beat. That is him right there. I love him. But yeah, family life is just like it's not possible to be able to do everything you want. I have 2 kids and a wife, so like, and my wife likes talking. So as soon as you put the kids down, I have to hear her talk. That might sound insensitive. She talks to me, and so James is even back that is not gonna tell you. I knew that was gonna happen. No one, Steve is not gonna tell anyone what the sample is. That's so great. Uh, um, thanks for coming out and doing the stream. Thank you. Hope you might be able to show you on some StreamYard. Yes, I do need to figure out StreamYard. Biggie, come on, man. Oh no, Beef or not Beef. Biggie and Pac. You know, that's hard. It's hard for me to just like to say and there not be a debate. But yeah, I'm gonna say Biggie. Just as a rapper, Pac was a good rapper. Pac was a better songwriter and like poet, and Biggie was a better lyricist. I think that's what I have to say. And yeah, it's like it's hard. It's hard. Hi, please. I had a chance to ask. Wait, I can't read anymore. That's why I know I have to get off because like reading hurts. Here, I have a chance to ask. Okay, big I see. What was the Pearl sample? Never. Tupac. God damn it. Biggie the Go. Party Saxon. Thank you. Boo. Smiley face. Oh, P over Tupac. All right, that's good. All right, y'all. I'm done. I did a good 40 minutes, and I'm proud of it. Main things here is Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Please go listen to it, and listen to it with the thought that I don't want to be doing. I don't want to make rap anymore. And then new videos for Hell Yeah and Try Again coming soon. So thank you everyone for your yeah, man, you can't work with kids, right? Like at this point in time, I can't work with my kids around. Our house is too small. It's the whole thing. So thank you, y'all. Rocco Chicken and Waffles. I will see you soon. I'll see you again. I'll do this more. All right. Peace.